One more semifinal spot is up for grabs in our final quarterfinal match of the day. It's the Dickinson Trinity Titans and the Kenmare Honkers here rounding out the Class B quarterfinals at the state tournament in Bismarck on Beck. Hello everyone, welcome back inside the Bismarck Event Center with Bishop Ryan head coach Nick Tice. I'm David Sugarman. Kenmare took down Dickinson Trinity twice in the regular season. However, Honkers head coach Tim Wallstrom said you can kind of forget all that. They're an improved team, we're a different team. So I'll ask you, Nick, what's the key to taking down this version of the Titans for Kenmare today?
I think for Kenmare, their key is really to focus on getting the ball to their best hitters. They have some really great scorers, so getting them the ball, keeping it in system and keeping it in control is going to be their key.
Conversely, for Dickinson Trinity, they've had a lot of success getting here for the fifth straight season. Not a whole lot of success in the first round, though. Have yet to get to the semifinals. What's the key to breaking through finally?
The nice thing for them, they did graduate quite a few players, so hopefully they forget that game. Kenmare has some great hitters, so if they can defend that and, again, just channel the ball where they want it, whoever controls the ball is going to come out of this one.
Winner gets to take on #1 Northern Cass in tomorrow's semifinals. It's our final game of the evening on day one of the Class B State Volleyball Tournament. Dickinson Trinity and Kenmare coming up. More to come on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to No Apologies, your after-hours oasis of sanity. God, your ego is so tiny and fragile. I'm Rick Becker.
And I'm Lori Hins.
Make no mistake, folks, we lost. Again, we lost the war in Afghanistan. Dynamic. There's nothing wrong with rattling the cages of the old guard.
Your retreat begins at 9 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets, regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Howdy folks, it's the Line Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Bossin' breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar, sink your teeth into our famous Line burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon rattling pie with a calm roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the County Line.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
This is the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent or go to FUMIC.com.
Welcome back inside the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. Fourth and final quarterfinal of the night, and the gun show is out for some Honker faithful. We love to see the spirit here on Beck. Alongside Nick Tice, David Sugarman here for Beck. Let's get you started with our look around the region, and to say that is to say a look at our bracket up to this point, brought to you by West Dakota Chevy Dealers. Sweeps all around to start the day. Linton HMB, no problems with the Lax Burlington. Pretty exciting three-setter, but Thompson upsets, if you want to call it that. Langdon area, Edmore, Munich, Northern Cass, the #1 ranked Jaguars, no problems with the Garrison Troopers getting it done in 3 sets. And now finally, Kenmare and Dickinson Trinity winner will move on and fill up that last blank spot in the semifinals to take on Northern Cass tomorrow and get one step closer to a state championship. That's your look around the region, brought to you by West Dakota Chevy. Visit westdakotachevy.com. These teams faced off twice in the regular season, both in tournament play at the Cole County Tournament and the Laker Invite. Let's take a look at our Eventide Senior Living Community keys to the game in our third matchup between these two of the season. Dickinson Trinity head coach Brianna Sisson well aware of how good the middles are for Kenmare.
Yes, we played Kenmare 3 times, and she's nailed it. Track their middles, that's what we tried to focus on just to slow them down. Their middles are phenomenal hitters. They're very athletic, very explosive. It's their go-to, so know where they're at all times is a big key for Dickinson.
In particular, Brenner Strokeland, nearly 500 kills and 100 blocks this season. Pretty crazy. On the other side, for Kenmare, you get a veteran head coach. He wants his team to keep that same veteran mentality, stay poised, under control, and limit those unforced errors on a big stage. Those can really catch up with you.
Yes, and he does such a great job. It's rare to catch them making too many mistakes. I think the biggest thing for them is if they get a lead, then keep the lead and finish.
Those are your Eventide Senior Living Community keys to the game. Find out more information at eventide.org. Last match of the day here from the Class B side, and we have got 2 fantastic players with our Pro Seed player matchup. Need seed, think Pro Seed, just a sophomore, but Ava Yonner has really burst onto the scene in Class B with 320 kills this season, the go-to girl for the Titans.
Yeah, she's a great hitter, and actually believe that she started the season on the right side, and she's been moved to middle, and just watching her warm up, what a great move. She's very explosive, strong player. She's going to be fun to watch.
Sophomore, playing varsity since the 8th grade, playing in her 3rd straight state tournament. On the other side, for the 8th-ranked Honkers, we already talked on her. Brenna Strokeland has been unstoppable all year long. Even in a 7th-place effort, she actually led the state tournament a year ago in kills and blocks. Hoping to do the same thing again with a little more team success.
Yes, she's so explosive, and now this year she's playing back row too. So she has some chances to score back there, so a few more chances to get a couple kills. Fun player to watch.
Your Pro Seed player matchup, need seed, think Pro Seed. We're going to step away for just a moment, come back and set your starting lineups, and give you the first serve. Number 8, Kenmare and Dickinson Trinity going head-to-head for a trip to the state semifinals on the line. More to come on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show.
At the heart of every small town are the people that live there and the businesses that serve them. From sporting events to 4-H, Lions clubs to hospital foundations, Bassett Motors has worked for the past 23 years to make sure the heart of its area small towns continues to be the people. With over 15 employees, Bassett Motors prides itself on small town service with personal attention. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Howdy, folks. It's a Caroline Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Boston breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Caroline burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spur rattling pie with a comb roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Ag producers, North Dakota's electric cooperatives remind you to watch for electric hazards. When operating large equipment, your local electric cooperative recommends using a spotter and maintaining distance of 10 feet from power lines in all directions at all times. And always consider down lines energized. Your local electric cooperative's priority is safety, the safety of their employees and you, their members. Stay safe, stay watchful. This message is brought to you by North Dakota's electric cooperatives.
NISC's culture is great in many different aspects. I like that we all have a sense of wanting to help each other out.
NISC actually means what we say. We've got our shared values, our principles of personal development from integrity to all relationships. we stand by those.
There's an encouraging and friendly atmosphere here that it's just kind of fun to be around.
Welcome back inside the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, getting set for our fourth and final Class B quarterfinal today here on Beck. Alongside Bishop Bryan head coach Nick Tice, David Sugarman on hand here from the Event Center. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Why don't we? Brought to you by Vogel Law Firm. We're more than just a client, you're a trusted partner in your case. Visiting team on the scoreboard, the Dickinson Trinity Titans under the direction of 7th-year head coach Brianna Sisson, and she starts off with experienced senior Jada Erie in the libero spot. Then you get some balance. The youth of Bella Kovash, a freshman at the outside hitter spot, along with Ava Yanner, Callie Kubis, the star setter, over 800 assists this season. Delaney Deschamps, Helena Pavic rounding things out. And then for the Kenmare Honkers, 40 wins, just 3 losses on the season. Tim Wallstrom been around a long time. His 34th year at the helm of Kenmare. Started the program. We'll get to more of that later. He puts out Ann Strokeland, freshman in the middle, along with his junior setter Kate Zimmer, Amber Hauk, Madison Moline, Bria Crest, Abby Kohler, and rounding things out is the star middle, Brenna Strokeland. Those years starting lineups brought to you by Vogel Law Firm. And as good as Brenna Strokeland is, and she is fantastic, she's got some pretty good setters too. Kate Zimmer in particular, they're hoping will have a big night.
Yeah, Kate is so much fun to watch. One thing that you should watch for, now you don't see this often in high school kids. If a pass is going to be bad, she can anticipate and read it and start moving where that pass is going to go, and you don't know it was a bad pass.
Kenmare, 40 wins, 3 losses. The Region 8 champs took down Divide County in straight sets. Dickinson Trinity, 28-7-2. They took down Bowman County in the Region 7 championship in straight sets as well. First set coming up, and it is brought to you in part by Dagelman Industries. Visit Dagelman.com for more information or to find an authorized dealer near you. Dagelman Industries, engineered tough. Well, our last match had Northern Cass, who bled experience. 3rd appearance in the last 4 years. Took care of Garrison, who was here for the very first time, and it kind of showed. Here, that's not the case. Dickinson Trinity here for the 5th straight season. Kenmare here for the 2nd straight and 3rd time in the last 4 years. It's going to be really fun to see 2 veteran-heavy, savvy teams who have been on this stage go head-to-head.
Yes, and I think these 2 teams know each other. They've matched up a couple of times, so both of them are going to have kind of a strong game plan, know what they want to accomplish. So let's see who executes here down the stretch.
Yeah, 2 matchups in the regular season, both in tournament play. Both wins for Kenmare, 2-0 in the Cole County tournament, 2-1 at the Laker Invite in Des Lacs. However, Kenmare head coach Tim Wallstrom was the first to say didn't mean a whole lot. One, it's tournament play, so they're shorter matches, and it's kind of hard to judge. But what he really got at was that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Both these teams are really different. Dickinson Trinity, in particular, has been playing some fantastic volleyball, winning 9 in a row, coming off the Region 7 title.
Well, and the biggest thing for them is they graduated so many players, so they had so many roles to fill. And you just, you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, it's your first season. By the time you get through a district regional tournament, I guess Dickinson just having regionals, you kind of gain some experience. You're not really that young anymore. So that starts to go away. Kenmare didn't have as many graduate, and so they've already had the experience. So at the beginning, maybe they had an edge. But now we'll see maybe a little bit more of a level match.
Yeah, the roster breakdown for Dickinson Trinity really skews towards the youth. They've got 4 seniors, just 1 junior, 8 sophomores, a couple of freshmen as well, but it's that sophomore class that is the future of Dickinson Trinity, and they've also got a couple of players that are present. Delaney Deschamps starting, Olivia Kessel, Helena Pavic, go down the list. A lot of sophomores, but not here for the first time. Got here as freshmen, and now back here in Bismarck last year at the Fargo Dome. This year the Event Center putting on this fantastic event. It'll be Kenmare in the maroon on the left side of your screen, Dickinson Trinity in the red on your right. Honkers will get us started. Amber Hauk.
Sending us into set number 1, number 10, Amber Hauk.
And here we go. Long rally right at the start. Near side swing for Kovash. Finds
Point.
hands and finds the
Tight.
floor. Kenmare off, or rather Dickinson Trinity off to the early start
Ooh.
tonight at the nets.
I don't think that was touched.
Honkers first swing, Strokeland on the roll. Little miscommunication for the Titans. Strokeland down the line, out of play.
Just a little bit wide, but a nice way to start contact or connecting with the ball. She was on top of it and able to direct it where she wanted it.
Dickinson Trinity here for the 5th straight season, but have yet to pick up a first-round win in those 5 years. A lot of success, however, under head coach Brianna Sisson, and just her 7th year at the program. Strokeland out of the middle. That's where she likes to operate.
Yeah, and again, she turned it the same direction she turned the last one, so she's going to feel the court out a little bit. But once she settles in, you know, I think you mentioned she led the tournament in scoring last year. Yeah, so she's obviously an experienced state tournament player.
Yeah, led the state tournament kills and blocks. Team finished 7th, however, still impressive nonetheless as Titans respond courtesy of Kessel. And it'll be interesting to see. We touched on it earlier. A lot of times, especially in these early matchups, you get one team that's been here a lot, one team trying to find their footing. That's just not the case here as you get the service error for the Titans.
Yeah. No, both these teams have been here a lot. They've watched older girls be here a lot. Kenmare's been in state basketball tournaments, so they have postseason experience across the board. Dickinson in 5 straight years, so they've got it too.
From the far pin, thrown down by Deschamps, and those sophomores already coming to play.
Sophomore for sophomore here. Erie coming in.
Quick 4-2 start for Dickinson. They finished 5th in the state tournament last year, lost to Northern Cass in the opening round before wins against Our Redeemers and Flasher, and a call over the line on Dickinson. Kenmare 40-3 took down Divide County in their region championship. From the far pin, floated over. No problems for the Honkers. Quick dump from Zimmer. Near side, catching some hands was Pavic. Out of the middle, big denial. Dickinson had 3 red jerseys there. Yes. The block was big.
Yes, and that can be intimidating for a hitter when you see 3 go up. You know, kind of the obvious, like, well, why don't you just tip it? Well, sometimes that last-minute decision doesn't happen. You see three people go up, and it might throw you off a little bit.
Hauk on the touch. The senior setter comes up with an early punch. Dug out of the back row. Quick set, quicker down for Yonner. Good scramble from Kenmare. Another in-system try. Titans swinging hard early. Kovash dug out, and Zimmer never got a hold of it.
They're rotating pretty quickly here. She was started in the front. Kessel came through the back. Her spot came through the back, and now she's back in the front again. So quick rotations, lots of side-out exchanges happening early on.
Zimmer sets up for the outside, and Moline gets the point, caught some hands. So an early back-and-forth start. Kenmare took down Dickinson Trinity twice in the regular season, both in tournament play, 2-0 and 2-1. For Kenmare, I mean, Tim Wallstrom said he wasn't really thinking about it because it was so long ago. Does that still give you a little bit of juice as Hauk goes down the line, dug up?
They always say it's tough to beat a good team 3 times, so I don't know. I guess that's where my brain goes. I mean, they're going to come back with revenge, and that first time they played, was in the Cole County Invite. We were in their pool, so we were in the mix with these two teams.
And what was your impression of both these squads?
We were thankful to be in gold. We were happy to be in gold. They were both competitive, and we knew they would be.
Denial from Dickinson. Dug out by Yonner. On the slide, going cross court, Kessel with the hammer.
It's a nice swing.
Callie Kubis, 74 aces, make it 75. She's deadly on that service line.
And she's one of their most experienced players. She's been setting for quite a long time. 2,000 career assists earlier this season. That's an incredible career.
Yeah, also closing in on 1,000 career digs as that one is dug up and made it a very tough free ball for Yonner.
Yep.
An early 8-7 edge for Dickinson. Winner of this one gets the winner of our last match, Northern Cass and Garrison. Northern Cass got the job done in straight sets. Out of the middle, Kessel. Rodine played back, free ball. Titans in system, Kovash. Rodine overpass. Couple of good long rallies early on in this one. Moline, Yonner there to scoop it up. Behind the attack line, Rise, and the fire is too far.
It's nice to see both teams really utilizing all sorts of different hitters here. I've seen Dickinson in different plays go middle, outside, right side. We've seen Kenmare go outside, middle quite a bit. So a lot of ball movement between both teams as they try to establish an early lead.
Speaks to the talent of both of these squads.
Yep.
They both got hitters all over the place. That's the best one on the floor. Strokeland gets it dug out, however. Kessel tips and finds the floor. 3 kills already for Kessel. Titans winners of 9 in a row coming into this one. Dugouts, not enough. And Strokeland, sister of Brenna, gets her first kill, the freshman.
Dickinson saw some adversity throughout their region. There were teams that took sets from them, so they knew their tournament would challenge them. So I think it gave them a little bit of battle testing as they moved through their region tournament.
And Dickinson Trinity, good record, but certainly took their lumps. 28-7-2, undefeated, however, in Region 7. Overpass, easy put down. Chalk that one up for Zimmer.
So it looked like they almost landed on each other.
A little bit of a fight for it between Zimmer and Strokeland.
Yep. They're both smiling, though.
Well, when it hits the floor,
yep.
that's a reason to smile, and so is that. Kenmare with the ace, courtesy of Moline. 3 straight for Kenmare in what has been a nip and tuck opening to this 4th and final quarterfinal. Moline, line drive right into the net. Coach Wallstrom talked about limiting those unforced errors. Are you more forgiving of the service errors because you're looking to serve aggressive, or you still got to knock that off early?
Actually in conversations in the past with him, he kind of has a standard for them. He says if they have too high a percentage, I don't know if they're serving aggressive enough. So I think from his standpoint, he's looking for that aggressive serve.
Oh, he gotten a couple aggressive swings out of Brenna Strokeland. What do you like out of her early? 2 kills.
I like where she's going with the ball. She's cutting left a lot, so she's going to make your setters play defense. And she's reaching well over the block, so they're going to want to adjust their timing to try and bother her, but she's playing it. She's got a nice start.
Closing in on 500 kills on the season, nearly added a 3rd.
And that was a nice play. She couldn't even see her.
They go over her head and down the line for Kohler. Titans defensively playing excellent. Strokeland with a block. They go to Kohler again. Zips it through.
This is probably one of their better rotations. These two end up in the front together for one rotation. And Dickinson's got to defend. And the thing about Strokeland is she can hit across the net. So you've got to stay with her. You've got to be ready for Kohler. Zimmer's a threat anywhere she is on the court. So this is definitely a good rotation for Kenmare to try and make a run.
Service error there from Kenmare, but the balance really already on display for the Honkers. Already 6 different players with at least 1 kill. As good as Strokeland is, you can't just keep your attention on her.
No, you're going to have, I mean, they all know where to put the ball. I think that's one of their strengths. He works so hard at teaching them, this is where we're going, this is who we're attacking, and then they execute.
They go back to Kohler. The middle is working for her.
Nice swing. Again, we watch these Dickinson blockers. They're cheating towards Strokeland, and then it gives her room. So she was able to get through that block.
Titans looking for an answer. The short pop. They respond to Yanner.
So there you've got Strokeland. She can play defense, too.
Zimmer, trouble on the first touch. Moline was back there. Rodine free balls. Over the head of Yanner. Instead, it's Pavic. Kohler rises. Nicely dug up by Erie. Awkward free ball. Kenmare in system. It's Hauk. Too far out of play, however, a call into the net on the Titans. And that takes us to our first timeout. Kenmare with an early 15-11 edge in our quarterfinal.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Tim Wallstrom, in his 34th year at the helm of the Kenmare Honkers, his team holds a 15-11 edge.
And he's been here a lot of times. He's got a lot of experience in the state tournament.
13 appearances here at state, including 2 titles in 07 and 09. He has been here more than a couple of times and just seems to bring an air of calmness and confidence with his club.
Yep, he's very calm, very in control of his emotions, and helps his girls to play very calm as well.
The quick dump from Zimmer. Erie was ready.
So they must have talked about that. They've not let her get away with those yet. They've defended it twice.
From the far pin. Played well defensively from Kenmare. Yanner denied. Trying to get Yanner going. Short pop. Zimmer in pursuit.
You watch Zimmer at the net. Watch how much she's reading this and trying to anticipate where the ball's going to go and where she needs to be.
Moline caught a rocket on that first touch. Long rally. Comes to an end on the error from Avery Yanner. Feels like she's having trouble getting going right now.
Yep. And Kenmare's playing really good defense here. They're tracking her well. Yep, that was out, not by much. Just a little bit too much spin on it.
So it was a nip and tuck start. It was 11-10 Kenmare, and since then, 5 straight for the Honkers.
Kenmare's scrappy. They don't let much hit the floor.
Near side, Pavic. Strokeland again, another great dig. Kohler tools the block. Abby Kohler, a force to be reckoned with. We didn't talk about her a ton because of Brenna Strokeland, but 239 kills coming in. A service error there from Kenmare. She's got 3 here at the start. Like you said, if they're going to cheat over and shade to Strokeland's side, Kohler's going to have a really big night.
Yes, and it's hard not to because they're both such dynamic hitters. So they've both started for a couple of years. They've been to state. They have experience. They're well coached. And you can't coach height, and they both have it. So they're both really fun to watch.
Yanner blasts one to the corner. That'll get her going.
Yes, yep, that was a nice contact. She picked a different direction here, gets around the block. And she didn't have a lot of room. I mean, her hand, Kohler was there.
No, Janner, just a sophomore, been starting since the 8th grade, and that experience has really helped. She's here for the state tournament in the third straight time. Dickinson, as a program, here for the 5th straight time.
So she's seen a lot. She's been here a lot. And
Janner
she proves
again.
it.
Twisted one off some hands. 3 straight for Dickinson.
I like watching her. She loads up really well. She uses her whole, her core to hit it. Puts a lot of spin. She gets up. She doesn't look that tall. I mean, we've seen some tall hitters today.
I don't think I've ever heard that. What do you mean she used her core to hit it? Because her six-pack did not.
She crunches. She uses her core, so when she swings, she follows through with a crunch to add just extra muscle and force.
The block there, Janner got her hands on that one as well. Is that something that you like to teach your players?
I'd like to be better at it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And a good run here for the Titans.
And this is where Dickinson's going to want to make their runs. Strokeland's in the back, so Kenmare obvious a little bit not as two-dimensional when she's in the back. So
6 straight for Dickinson. We're locked at 17. Timeout on the floor. Titans have come to life courtesy of Ava Janner.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
There have been times in the last one where
locked at 17. The school spirit is out in full force. Coach, how do you look at a crop top? Because apparently it's popular with the fellas right now.
Yes. Wouldn't be my choice.
Fair enough. The Kenmare faithful locked up at 17. Right now, they've lost the momentum. Dickinson Trinity on a 6-0 run. Trying to take the lead back. That girl number 3 has been the catalyst, Ava Janner. Kohler been pretty good herself. Abby Kohler with 4 kills.
The nice start to this match. It's been a lot of scoring earned. Not a lot. I mean, not a few errors here and there, but not too many. It's been a lot of scoring by both teams. So both of them getting their hitters really engaged and comfortable with the court.
Long way to go, but in a day where the first 3 games were all 3 setters, we'd be really surprised if this one didn't go at least 4.
Right. Especially with 2 teams who are familiar with each other and both match. They're both middle heavy, so they kind of have an opportunity to defend each other.
Kovash finds the floor. Dickinson dominating the back half of this set, and now it's the first to 7, potentially. Kovash, her first kill. Zimmer on a platter for Kohler, sent back. The block there. Kovash and Kessel both in position.
One thing, she keeps it. If she could keep it a little bit further in front of her, she'd see that block coming a little bit better. She's overrunning it just a hair. Keep the ball in front, you're going to see the block a little bit better.
So the Titans, who have trailed most of this opening set on a 7-1 run. Chance to make it a deuce. Kessel goes into the net. Well, 2 teams that have been here quite a bit over the past few seasons, and you can tell they both look really comfortable. The moment does not look too big for either of these clubs.
No, yeah, they both seem pretty calm and relaxed. There isn't any, doesn't look like there's any jitters. And, on one side, there's a lot of sophomores and even some freshmen here. So very impressive to see both teams playing like they've been playing all season.
Dickinson Trinity, 8 sophomores on this club, leading the way in the state tournament. Long rally. Kenmare scrambling. Moline floats. Erie digs. Kovash tried to ricochet to the floor. The Honkers have been in scramble mode. Nearly caught a break, and they do. Kenmare felt like it was backpedaling that entire possession. They go up 1.
Yes, they looked like they were running each other over to get to the ball.
On the slide, Kessel too far on the swing. Honkers by a deuce. Timeout on the floor. Titans want to talk it over. Down 2, late in set 1.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, RTC.
Today's game on Beck brought to you by RTC, Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank, Women's Way, Bell Bank, and BASF. We create chemistry. Been a great opening set here in our final match of the day. We were tied at 19. Since then, 2 straight from Kenmare. They lead 21-19, trying to close out this all-important first set. Kenmare 7th at state a year ago. Dickinson Trinity 5th. Both trying to punch their ticket to the semifinals. What a dig, and it's punched over by Howe.
I don't know if that ball was ever above anybody's knees until it came over.
It doesn't matter. Kessel with a surefire finisher that time. 4 kills already in this opening set for Olivia Kessel. Crucial side out, and Callie Kubis, one of the best servers out of Region 7, gives it a ride. No problems on serve receive. Hauk. Kessel again twists off the block, and one-on-one, that just ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, and the nice thing in the last 2 plays, this one she goes right, her last one she went left, so how do you tell your blockers where to set? I think you're right, you're gonna probably have to send a second one to help close that block with her.
5 kills for Olivia Kessel in this opening set. They go back to Ann Strokeland. Dug out by Yanner. Rise and fire from Kovash.
That might have been a back row attack, but they said she was below the top of the tape.
And going down the line, it's the Titans picking up another.
The momentum here is just back and forth. We've seen each team take a big swing one way and 5-6 at a time. Big lead, and then Dickinson came back. And now just trading back and forth momentum.
3 straight for Kenmare off the error. That's now 4 straight for Dickinson Trinity. They lead 23-21. Now it's a timeout for Tim Wallstrom's club and the Honkers.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
4 straight for Dickinson Trinity, and they're 2 away from taking an opening set victory, which would be hard-earned. I'm sure these last 2 are going to be tough to pick up.
Yes, I think this is going to be a dogfight all night. Kenmare doesn't go away. They can come back. It's kind of one of the traditions for them is they're a team that'll fight for every point.
Kessel clobbers her 6th. Titans are within 1. A back and forth first set could end on a 6-0 Titans run. Honkers in system. How dug up by Erie. Boy, she played well at the start.
She's moving really well. She's reading really well.
Hauk again off the tape. A couple of phenomenal digs. Kenmare in trouble. Deschamps gets the final point. Dickinson takes the first set 25-21.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to No Apologies, your after-hours oasis of sanity. God, your ego is so tiny and fragile. I'm Rick Becker.
And I'm Lori Hins.
Make no mistake, folks, we lost. Again. We lost the war in Afghanistan. Dynamic. There's nothing wrong with rattling the cages of the old guard.
Your retreat begins at 9 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets. Regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Howdy, folks. It's a Kenmare Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Bossin breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Kenmare burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon rattling pie with a calm roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
Start of set 2 here on Beck, brought to you by Dingleman Industries, engineered tough with Bishop Bryant coach Nick Dice. David Sugarman on hand. Dickinson Trinity takes care of business in the first set, 25-21. Callie Kubis sends it away. It was a nip and tuck first set as Kenmare picks up the first point, twisted off the block. Dickinson did a great job going on a 6-0 run late in that first set to pick up the victory, and a lot of that had to do with Kenmare getting stuck in one of their weaker rotations.
Yeah, they got stuck with their two main hitters in the back. Strokeland was close to rotating to the front, and then Kohler had just rotated to the back. So definitely a spot where they struggled to pick up points, and that's where they got stuck.
A Moline kill and then a rotation error charged to Dickinson Trinity. So not the start the Titans were hoping for here in set 2.
And I missed what he said. I didn't see why he called it.
Strokeland pounds it down. She was pretty quiet in that first set, not there.
No, that is not a ball you want to give away to her. She's waiting for that.
3 quick runs for Dickinson Trinity, rather for Kenmare, to open this second set. Been all 3 setters today in the first round. Kenmare hoping to change that. Pinpoint from Deschamps.
Nice job to turn this line. They were kind of out of system, and she took it to a smart spot and caught the defender. Not quite ready for a line shot.
Deschamps and Kessel, a couple of sophomores who combined for 9 kills so far. Head coach Brianna Sisson said early in the season, as you get the nice dig there, and Kessel pounds it through for another. Said, I had to tell these young girls, you can't just play. You got to demand the ball. They have done that tonight.
Yes, they're doing a great job. And looking at these young hitters, this is a problem for the future opponents in Region 7 and in the state. I mean, look at how well they're sophomores, they're freshmen, and they're scoring in this opening round.
Yeah, 8 sophomores on this club. They do not look like it. And Strokeland out of play. You don't see that a lot. Dickinson Trinity block has done a decent job on her.
Yes, yep. Making her work for every point.
So 3 straight after the 3-0 Kenmare run to open the set. away from Kessel. Janner with the set a little bit off, had to free ball. Stroklin to the middle.
They run a nice tempo with that ball. It's coming in quick, so the defenders don't have a lot of time to get set when they run that speed.
Brandon Stroklin, a junior here for the second straight year. From the far side, going down the line, dug up by the Honkers. Kohler twisted off the block. Well, that's what you talked about when she was in the back. Can't do that. In the front, she's effective.
Yep. And so again, they're in that spot where they've got these two hitters up here. And so this was where they scored their most points the last time.
From the near side, couldn't get it down for Pavic. Kohler again. Caught some hands, and she is operating at a high level on the far pin.
She's very efficient. You know, normally she plays middle, but when they're in the front, her and Zimmer and Stroklin, she gets this outside rotation, and she makes the most of it.
239 kills coming into the match. She's got a team high with 6, however, a service error there from Rodin. Titans went 24-2 last season. Both of their losses actually came in the state tournament. Did not lose the regular season match. And forgive me, they lost one regular season match and one in the state tournament.
The one first one they lost was to Linton in 5 early in the season last year. I do remember that.
I'm not giving them a whole lot of grief for losing Linton HMV.
No, not at all.
Eventual state champs.
I should say it this way. They took them to 5, and I don't think anybody else did last year.
Oh, an early 8-4 start here for Kenmare. A couple of errors from Dickinson, but what is Kenmare doing better in this second set?
They came out aggressive and intense. They're not a go-away team, so to start the set, they've looked pretty focused and intense. They've moved the ball a little bit better. Down the stretch of the last set, they weren't passing super well, but now they've locked in on their setter a lot more.
Kenmare wanted the double contact on Janner, didn't get it.
No, I was wondering the same thing.
And Trinity comes away with the point out of the deal. Pavic's first kill. So we talked about this being a heavy sophomore team, and they are playing well. Janner with 2 kills, 4 for Deschamps, 6 with Kessel to lead the way, and now Pavic with 1. Titans still down 3, make it 4. Amber Houck does the deed.
So passing certainly making a difference for Kenmare in this scoring stretch. They're getting Zimmer the ball. She's able to run her hitters. Struggled to do that in those last 6 points of set number 1.
Yeah, Kate Zimmer, the setter, who's back to serve right now, one of the best in her region, if not all of Class B.
Very talented setter. She can do a lot with any pass she's given.
Pretty good serve as well. Has 60 aces coming into the day, and her head coach Tim Wallstrom even said she just makes everything happen for us, and like any good setter, she is somebody who constantly wants the ball in her hands.
Yeah, she likes to control the court, and one of the things that he's talked about a lot, and we aren't going to see very much, she's a good hitter, you know, but he needs her to run the floor. He's talked about how good of a hitter she can be.
Rodin shovels it out. Stroklin fires. Janner gives it a ride.
She's got a tough job. She's staying in 6 rotations. She's jumping, she's blocking, and she's got to go back and defend. So as you watch her throughout the night, she's going to have to be disciplined to stay on the block and stay moving and not let herself get tired.
Picking up a point off the extra touch on Kenmare. And Janner's somebody who's been around since the 8th grade and has had to move around. A backup setter when she started her career. And Brianna Sissenchin kind of had to convert her into a hitter as Amber Houck drops another, and frankly, she looks pretty comfortable there.
Yes, well, and I wouldn't be afraid to move her back to setting if they ever need it. I've seen her set, and she does a pretty phenomenal job. So demonstrating a lot of volleyball skill here in this opening round and just in her career, and she's only a sophomore.
This time they go away from her for good reason. Kovash drubs one. So Titans, after a slow start, get the big side out. Janner back to serve. Has 52 aces on the year, 1 tonight. Zimmer. Set tight to the net. So good. Sets up the freshman Stroklin.
obviously a preview of what's to come. Looking at her sister play, watching her play, nice hit here, able to turn it down the line. And they're going to get to be together next year with the same setter. So this is such a nice combination for them.
The swing out of play by Kovash. Hey, you want to talk about the youth for Dickinson. Certainly a little bit for Kenmare as well. Strokeland, just a sophomore. Zimmer, their starting setter, a junior. Strokeland, just a junior. Brenna Strokeland, that is.
Yep.
So a lot of youth on both sides here.
Younger Strokeland I have as a freshman on here.
And the denial there for Kenmare. Credit to Strokeland. Brenna, that is. Lead is swelled to 6 for Kenmare. Titans ended the first set on a 6-0 run, but now down 7, 15-8. Honkers responding here in set 2.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your Epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
The Kenmare faithful still doing their thing here, and so far it's working here in the second set. After dropping the first set by 4, they've got a 7-point edge. Kessel turned away. Rodin scrapes it out.
They've adjusted their defense a little bit. They've kind of moved to where Dickinson was hitting the ball, but they're just passing really well right now, and that's helping them in this stretch.
And on the other side for Dickinson Trinity, has something changed for them that they're not clicking like they were in the first set?
They look to me to be a little bit of a roller coaster team emotionally. You can just see in their body language right now the frustration of getting dug, and now you get one kill and all of a sudden all 6 are smiling again. I think they got to recognize, you know, you're playing a good opponent. They're going to have some good things happen. That doesn't mean you're not doing good things, and keep that positive vibe in order to stay in the match.
And they pick up an ace. So back-to-back coming out of the break, courtesy of Kubis. And you mentioned, we talked about all the talents of the youth, and you see it again there. That's Kubis, one of the seniors, again with an ace. This is a group that lost 8 seniors from last year's state tournament team. So as talented as they are, they're still sort of finding that experience.
Yes, and you look at Kubis as the setter. She's one of the most experienced. So it's up to her to help kind of guide the emotions and the attitude and energy on the court. As a senior, as a returning captain, she can't let things rattle her.
Kessel misses the mark. If you only have like 1 or 2 positions on the floor that are of experience, is setter the one you're looking to the most that you'd like to have?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say yes, just because a great setter, if they can deliver to your hitters just consistently, your hitters are going to find ways to score and they'll be able to move the ball. If the setter is raw and the hitter doesn't know what they're getting, then it's a little bit harder to dictate the ball and where you're going to go and how to put teams out of system.
And Strokeland delivers that time. It's 18-11. Moline on the serve. Moline on the ace. Timeout on the floor. Honkers on a run, trying to run away with this second set.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, RTC.
Set 2 on Beck, brought to you in part by RTC, Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank, Women's Way, Bell Bank, and BASF. We create chemistry. Well, after dropping set 1 by 4, Kenmare trying to pull away here in set 2. They've got an 8-point edge.
They've moved the ball around really well. They've had more hitters find the floor. Dickinson goes to their bread and butter to come out of that timeout.
Kessel with a rocket, her 7th kill.
And she turns that really nicely into that left corner.
Kovash gives it a ride. Zimmer with a dump, it works to perfection.
That's her first dump that she's had go down, but you notice Erie wasn't on the floor. Her server was in that rotation serving, but she's picked that up really well. So Zimmer maybe a nice job recognizing that her opportunity to score was there.
Dickinson tried to respond with the same, couldn't make it happen. Near the front row, Deschamps, Kessel off the tape. Strokeland rises, denied.
She didn't have a lot of room there. That ball was pretty tight. She didn't have many options to try and squeak this one through.
Kessel got her paws on it for her 2nd block. Big side out, Dickinson Trinity hanging around, but not a whole lot of time left in this 2nd set. Rodin falling back. Free ball. In-system try. Rise, denied. Yonner couldn't get it to go. Forced a free ball themselves. Strokeland, little brush. Got her hands on it, and the quick 2nd jump. Brenna Strokeland.
That's athleticism. Watch this. She's going to get up to touch it on the block, turn around, get back up, and try to score it, and succeeds.
Well, after the slow start, Strokeland up to 5 kills. She's also got the block and has just been wreaking havoc at the net. Over the head of Yonner, instead it's Pavic.
And she's defending well, too. She's had a couple nice digs. You know, I always wonder how you determine which one was in the net when it moves that much.
They're that good.
Yeah, well, true.
You've never known an official to be wrong, Coach, have you?
No.
No comment, huh?
Nope, never.
You still got to work with these guys next season.
Yep. They do a great job. I've enjoyed everyone we've had in our region.
Zimmer with a little flick. Three for Zimmer, 2 in this set.
Nice control to come back and just turn that back. That's something you like in having a setter who can play in the front row, looking for that 5-1 setter where they're a weapon in the front row.
The number 8 Honkers lead by 8. Back set, Moline rejected by Pavic. Good job on receive by Strokeland. Moline misses out of play, and the door still open. Just a crack for Dickinson Trinity in the 2nd set.
Yep, not a lot of room for error for Dickinson, but certainly not out of reach.
Back within 6. They've trailed by as many as 8. And a block there again. Kovash and Yonner were both there. Let's see who got their hands on it. Three straight for the Titans.
And their block is causing problems here.
That time, Howe pokes it over and gets the kill. Erie had the effort, but nobody else was home.
I think you need to give Erie some credit here. She's not letting the ball hit the ground. Her team just miscommunicated after that play.
Timeout on the floor. Honkers lead by 6.
At the heart of every small town are the people that live there and the businesses that serve them. From sporting events to 4-H, Lions clubs to hospital foundations, Bassett Motors has worked for the past 23 years to make sure the heart of its area small towns continues to be the people. With over 15 employees, Bassett Motors prides itself on small town service with personal attention. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Brianna Sisson in her 7th year at the helm of Dickinson Trinity, coaching in her 5th straight state tournament, but right now finds herself in a 6-point hole, 23-17. She does lead 1-0. With Bishop Bryant head coach Nick Tice, David Sugarman here from Beck Sports. Been a fantastic opening day of the state volleyball tournament. We have yet to have a game, though, that has not been a sweep. Looks like, barring Dickinson Trinity continuing this run, that'll change here.
Yeah, Kenmare's 2 points away from sending this one to a fourth set. Certainly not out of reach for Dickinson to close out set 2, but definitely a well-matched game we have here.
Moline misses the mark, and Titans have been better here the back half of the set.
Yeah, maybe just a slow start, but now they're making their run, and they pick the right time to do it. Even if you drop this one, you've had the momentum down the stretch.
It was 19-11, so as many as 8, leads 5 now. Strokeland behind the attack line. Kessel, rise and fire! Olivia Kessel has been so fun to watch, man.
She's left, she's right, she can turn it. You said it earlier, why are we putting one block up here? I think Kenmare is going to have to really evaluate doubling these middles. They've been so effective.
Strokeland, so much trouble. Rodin punches it up. What a play! Rodin for Strokeland. Kessel can't finish. And Zimmer digs. Oh, what a job by Erie.
Yep, that's the third time she's tried, so Erie's not going to give her that dump. I would say if she's on the court, probably try to find one of your hitters here.
Pretty good dig herself from Yanner. Hauk can't finish, and all of a sudden the Titans are within 3.
Now, you talk about what happened in the last set. Kenmare's in the same rotation. Strokeland's in the back. Kohler just rotated out. All they got to do is find one to make that rotation happen, but they're in a tough spot here.
Dug out by Strokeland, floated over by and Strokeland. Zimmer tight to the net. Flick doesn't work.
That was a back row attack, and she saw it. She was waiting to see where Zimmer was at. She comes just above the tape, and she's in the back row, so she's not allowed to make that play. Good call by the ref to see that.
4 straight from the Titans. They're down just 2. Timeout on the floor.
Kim Electric is here to remind you to make safety your #1 priority on the farm this and every season. With over 550 annual deaths, farming is one of the most dangerous professions. Always be aware of your surroundings and dress accordingly. Hazards on the farm can both be seen and unseen. Whether it's dangerous augers or underground power lines, dangers come in all shapes and sizes. So slow down, look up and around, and be safe this season. Your life depends on it. This farm safety message brought to you by Kim Electric.
Dickinson Trinity was left for dead, down as many as 8, but 4 in a row. They're down just 2 and serving. How have they done it, Coach?
Energy, momentum, and their hitters are moving it really well. And like we talked about with Kenmare, they're in a tough rotation here. So this is what got them in the first set. Right now, getting them in this set, they need a side out to get some momentum back.
Hauk spins one off the block. Huge for the Honkers. They're 1 away from locking this up. Amber Hauk, her 5th kill, now back to serve. Lost the first set 25-21. They reversed that here.
Came out firing, gave themselves a nice cushion, and obviously kind of needed the cushion. Big finish.
Strokeland, the finisher, 25-21 for the second straight set, except strike that, reverse it. We're going to the third, locked at 1.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to No Apologies, your after-hours oasis of sanity. God, your ego is so tiny and fragile. I'm Rick Becker.
And I'm Lori Hins.
Make no mistake, folks, we lost. Again, we lost the war in Afghanistan. Dynamic. There's nothing wrong with rattling the cages of the old guard.
Your retreat begins at 9 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets. Regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Howdy, folks. It's a Kenmare Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Boss and Breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at our salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Kenmare burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spur rattling pie with a comb roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the gang. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
'Tis the season for high school volleyball and Christmas, even though it's early November. I don't know if I'm being a Grinch, but nonetheless, start at set 3 here, brought to you by Dagelman Industries, Engineered Tough. With the Bishop Ryan head coach Nick Tice, David Sugarman on hand. Our first non-sweep of the day. We love to see it here in the state quarterfinals. Kenmare responds with a 25-21 set 2 victory. See how they come out here at the start of that set 3. Strokeland with a strike.
And this is how it should be. This is your 4-5 match. So we should see some back and forth and good play here.
Man, these are two teams who have become regulars in the state tournament, not regulars in the semifinals. How much do you think that's been eaten away at these clubs the last couple of years?
I think Dickinson for sure feels like they've left a couple on the board that they should have won, or they were seeded higher. They were the 4. At least last year they were the 4. But with only one loss coming in to the number 1 team in the state, who proved to be the number 1 team in the state. So I think for them, especially last year, they feel like they should have advanced further.
They have 5th straight year in the state tournament for Dickinson Trinity, have yet to reach the semifinals in that time. Strokeland got a hand on it, then they went away from her. The smart move from Kessel.
That was a really nice turn. That was a really tight ball, and she just glided it over into a nice open spot.
First set was 25-21 Dickinson Trinity. Last one, same score except for Kenmare. Back set, Moline, nicely dug out by Yonner. Kessel with a bullet.
Kenmare sticking with this double or this single block, so they're still getting all these one-on-one matchups. And not that the block's not affecting them, but Kessel can go so many directions. So maybe still something he'd want to consider throwing a second blocker up there.
Kessel ups, floated into the middle, no problems for the Honkers. Strokeland twists off the block. Kessel scrapes, set back on the overpass. Kessel does the deed. Do they have to change what they're doing at the net right now if you're Kenmare? Because she's not seeing a whole lot of resistance, and she's got 10 kills.
No, and she's going right at your setter and your right back. So she's putting you out of system quite a few times. So I guess I would try to make a change, but it depends on your blockers too. And he's ran a couple different defenses here, so trying to figure out what's going to work on her. And I think when she gets going, there's probably times where nothing's going to work on her.
Yeah, Pavic with her second kill, but Kessel's led the way. Only player in double digits on either side right now. And a service error from the Titans. Moline, 2 aces today. Yonner digs it out. Well off balance. Strokeland went over her head. Just a little miscommunication with
Yep,
Zimmer.
Yep, I'm not sure if she was coming to run a tight one with her or where she was trying to go, but didn't quite read each other perfectly that time.
Does not happen a whole lot.
No, especially with those two. They've played together for so long.
Moline wisely lets that one go out of play. Service error from Keller. Brooklyn Rodin, one of the team's best servers at 67 aces this year. The back set going down the line was Deschamps, dug out by Moline. They've had some phenomenal free balls tonight. That one from Zimmer.
Nice defense. Blocker went up on the setter, so she had a free net, but way to dig it out.
Pavic slaps. Moline shovels it up. Strokeland rises. Erie there to play it up. Pavic into the netting.
So many young hitters and very successful. I think some of the credit here on this Dickinson side got to go to their setter as a senior. She certainly had a cast of all-state hitters last year, and so she's helped lead these young hitters just with her consistency and smoothness to set them up for success this season.
Yeah, Kubis already passed 2,000 assists earlier this year. Could nearly add another. Yonner was off the mark.
Just a little bit wide. Looked for a touch, but I think she turned it pretty far.
No doubt, great look by our camera crew. So 6-5, Kenmare by a penny, make it a deuce. Deschamps goes into the net.
A couple of Dickinson errors early on in this one.
Erie digs. Yonner goes nuclear. She has got some power behind that.
And she reaches really nicely. She's not the tallest player we've seen hit today, but she waits for it, and snaps nicely, and she gets on top of it. She gets so high in the air.
And brings it in to a 4-0 run for Kenmare. They still lead by one. Rodin played extremely well tonight. So is Strokeland. Crowns one in the middle. Strokeland up to 7.
Oh, nice serve.
Good effort on the scramble from the Titans. Zimmer hangs it high. Houck rips it.
You know, they obviously, Kenmare's got a couple of really, really strong hitters, but I think they do a nice job at getting all of their hitters involved and making you stay true to having to defend more than just one spot for Dickinson.
Yeah, Kenmare, really versatile squad. They can hit all over that front line. Erie on the dig. Yonner able to poke it through, and Rodin went into the scores table on the extra effort. State tournament, leaving it all out there.
Yes, yep. This is not the first time working with Beck I've had someone come flying. At least this one wasn't near me, but I know Linton had a player come after us kind of last year.
Well, I'll be here to protect you, Coach.
Okay, perfect.
Not because I like you, we just need to protect our investment. You got, what, 5,
perfect.
6 more games over the next couple of days.
That is true.
Yonner gets another. You got a 4-game day on Saturday alone, Coach.
Oh, I'm excited. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 4 more tomorrow, 2 consolations and 2 semifinals. Of course, we've also got that going on the Class A side. Same schedule as today. We'll go 1, 3, 5, and 7 tomorrow.
Lots of games, lots of good teams here, so it should be a lot of fun for everyone to watch.
No doubt, a talented field. These two, some of the most. They leave it for Kovash, terminated.
And both teams, they're both middle heavy. Their middles are their strongest hitters, but their outsides have had some nice swings. Their right sides have had some nice swings. The setters are doing a great job on both teams moving this ball around.
Yeah, Kessel and Brenna Strokeland have kind of stolen the show, but no doubt there's been a lot of balance tonight.
Yeah.
Strokeland, back corner.
Well, at the start of the match, Yonner was putting it away, and that's a big hit for her coming out of the middle. She reads her setter, she runs a nice route kind of behind her to be available to put that ball away.
4 straight for the Titans. They go back up 1. Houck can't answer down the line. Jersey Erie was there. Zimmer on a platter for Kohler. She's denied. Kenmare's been struggling with one blocker. Titans success with two.
Yep, and that's been a big difference, I think. Kenmare seeing a lot of pressure from that double block.
Kovash and Yanner look like both got a piece of that one. Lead is up to 2 for the Titans. Quick back set. Yanner forced a poke. Kohler got around the block.
Yep, she moved it somewhere different. She saw where the block was coming from and sent the ball that way.
How tough is that to do as far as an in-game adjustment? Because sometimes it feels like you're so in the zone and you just get stuck on one thing.
Well, and they're running a kind of a quick tempo, so I don't know if her teammates are telling her what's open, but she's played a lot of volleyball and she's scored a lot of kills, so she's got a good eye to see what's open.
Yanner scored quite a few kills herself. She's got 8.
Yes, and you talked about Kessel stealing the show, but Yanner certainly able to light the floor up as well.
2 sophomores leading the way for Dickinson Trinity in a pivotal third set. Moline floated over. Slapped on the far side and pulling back at the last second. That was Kubis, the setter.
She's a setter, but that's a nice tool in your toolboxes. For any hitter, you can show big like that and just drop it in. You watch Kenmare's defense back up. Not ready for that soft touch.
Service error on the response, but the lead still 2. One more look.
Yeah, just you watch, you can see her backing up where she thought it was going to go.
Kenmare head coach Tim Wallstrom, 7th place at state a year ago, trying to get back to the semifinals this time around.
It's been a while, I think, since they've been in a semifinal.
Lift charge to the Honkers. Largest lead of a very close set for Dickinson. Kubis set tight to the net. Beautifully done for Kovash.
Nice
dug out
dig.
by Rodin. Kubis this time goes high and back for Deschamps. Rodin doing work right now. Another quick set. Kessel finally got away from Rodin, and it's out of play.
So maybe the block is starting to bother her a little bit. You know, and that was a chance for Dickinson to score. That was that rotation that Kenmare was stuck in for so long in sets 1 and 2.
Media timeout. Dickinson with a 15-12 edge here in set 3.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your Epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Titans by 3 in a crucial third set. Tied up at 1 set apiece. They lead 15-12. Make it 16. Both teams have been excellent on serve receive tonight. Huge ace from the freshman, Isabella Kovash.
It came at the right time, out of a timeout. Chance to extend your lead. Trying to push. You know, you talked about they haven't finished this first round in so many years. And so they're trying everything they can to just get through this first round and see what else they can do in this state tournament.
Well, Ann Stroklin with a pivotal kill for the Honkers, back within 3. We were tied up at 10 apiece earlier. Since then, Titans have taken control. Paddock with another kill.
I think we've seen this in both sets now in this third set as well. This is about the time where one team sort of makes a gap, and then down the stretch, the other team will start to make a little bit of a comeback. So it's kind of been interesting to watch.
Strokeland out of play makes it a 5-point edge, and that was one thing Brianna Sisson, head coach for the Titans, said they came back against Bowman County in the region championship 21-11 in one of their sets, and they said going into the state tournament as Strokeland pounds through the block, picks up the point. We know teams are talented enough to do the exact same to us. We have no space to take our foot off the gas when we get a lead.
No, there's never a safe lead. Some of the wildest things, it's in the last couple of years of watching volleyball, I've seen teams up 10 and lose a set. So I would never count anybody. This is not a sport I would bet on.
Strokeland dug out by Kubis. I don't know that was for Strokeland, but she took it anyway, and Paddock into the block.
Looked like it was going just a little bit past her arm, but she reached nice and high on it. Good swing here through the block, or tip here to control that ball.
19-14. Titans ended the first set strong with a 6-0 run. We're making a run at the end of that second set before falling 25-21. See what they can do here in the driver's seat in the third act of this third set.
Well, we talked about that. You know, they didn't win set 2, but they took a lot of the momentum coming to the end of it.
And there's some more momentum. Largest lead of the set, courtesy of Yanner. Timeout on the floor. Tim Wallstrom trying to make one more push here in this third set for Kenmare.
NISC's culture is great in many different aspects. I like that we all have a sense of wanting to help each other out.
NISC actually means what we say. We've got our shared values, our principles of personal development, from integrity to all relationships. We stand by those.
There's an encouraging and friendly atmosphere here that it's just kind of fun to be around.
Set 3 tonight on Beck, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, RTC, and Dakota Community Bank. See both teams finish strong in each of their sets that they've won. Right now, Dickinson Trinity up 6. What do they got to do to make sure they close out and are in the driver's seat going into set 4?
Keep it in the back of their mind that Kenmare can come back. They're a good team. They've got explosive hitters and they've got experience. So, like you said, you talked with Coach, they got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
On a mini 4-1 run right now. This is their largest lead of what's been a very competitive third set. Strokeland denied.
That happened so fast, I actually thought it got through for a second, and then Kohler punched it.
It was Pavic and Yanner.
There was somebody was in the net, I think, on that
one. The lead has swelled to 8. All Dickinson Trinity. It was 8 a pop. Since then, a 14-6 extended run. Kohler can't bring it to an end.
This block is really starting to affect Kenmare here, I think.
Yanner into the corner. Zimmer for Strokeland. Good redirect. Yanner.
Just a little bit long. Maybe just a little bit of a low set. If she had just a little bit more height, could have brought that ball down.
Big side out. Brenna Strokeland, somebody you like to have on that service line. Just in front of the attack line, Keller with a free ball. Hauk off balance, off the antenna. Uncharacteristic mistake, and the Titans are just about ready to close this third set. Zimmer, on balance this time for Hauk. First touch for Erie. Kovash. 2 blockers there again. They get around him. Kubis pushes. Miscommunication again. And Hauk can't play it back.
It seems like there's so much overlap on this Kenmare side. They're running into each other. So they're reading well, but just not maybe spaced the way they'd want to be.
First 2 sets, were decided by 4 points each. This one could be double digits for the Titans. Hauk off balance, off the mark. Titans are one set away from going to the semifinals. You know they'll have to earn it though. 25-15, Dickinson Trinity goes on top.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to No Apologies, your after-hours oasis of sanity. God, your ego is so tiny and fragile. I'm Rick Becker.
And I'm Lori Hins.
Make no mistake, folks, we lost. Again, we lost the war in Afghanistan. Dynamic. There's nothing wrong with rattling the cages of the old guard.
Your retreat begins at 9 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets. Regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Howdy, folks. It's a Kenmare Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our hay bossing breakfast and homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Kenmare burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spur rattling pie with a comb roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
Welcome back to Bismarck here for the start of set 4, brought to you by Dagelman Industries, engineered tough. The Titans lead 2-1 over Kenmare in our first 4-setter of the day. First serve is off the mark from the Titans. Coming in, head coach Brianna Sisson said her squad, these returners wanted to prove they could not only get back here, but they were tired of this sort of satisfied and just happy with being here. No. They wanted to break through to the next round. Service error on the Honkers there. This is their chance to get back to the semifinals.
Yeah, they've put themselves in a great spot to get into that semifinal match. If their region's anything like mine, there's no easy night in Region 6. I'm sure there's not very many easy nights in Region 7. So they are used to playing tough, and there's going to be no easy nights at state either. So they have a big task in front of them, but up 2 sets, they put themselves in a great position.
Yeah, 5th straight year here at the state tournament. An accomplishment in itself, however, have been unable to get out of the first round in that time. Perfect opportunity here. Coach, we were talking in the break, though, as Kessel goes into the netting. Nothing comes easy against the Wallstrom's club.
No, I've seen him come back almost down, I think down 10 one time. come back and win a set. So they're very talented. They aren't going to go away. He must spend a lot of time on mental toughness with them because they do a great job.
Now, Tim Wallstrom been around for 34 years as Deschamps gets the kill in the swing. 13th state tournament appearance. He's won 2 titles. This is a guy who knows how to be calm in big situations.
Yes, he was the team that when I was in high school we could never get past. They used to be in our region, and we just couldn't quite squeak by him. So been around for a few of his tournament appearances.
Brought back a lot of talent from last year's 7th place group. Only lost 2 seniors from last year's team.
And he's bringing a lot of it back again. He keeps the setter, he keeps 2 middles, got a right side that they bring back. So this is a team you'd expect to see around again next year and only improving from where they are.
A block that was pretty weak early on for Kenmare. That is not something that's been part of their game here the first couple of sets.
No, very first set. I thought they did a pretty decent job. The last 2 sets, they kind of didn't. They struggled to contain. But to start this one, they've certainly made their presence known.
Early 4-2 edge for Kenmare. Trying to fight off, not exactly elimination as they get the error there. All teams get to play 3 games here. Loser would go to the consolation bracket, but the prize for the winner is a date with #1 Northern Cass in tomorrow's semifinals as Strokeland goes fishing.
You know, one of the best ways to approach that is they're #1. Let's go see what we can do if we can knock them off. You know, you got nothing to lose and nothing to prove. Go have some fun and make them earn it. Pressure's on them.
Other semifinal is Linton HMB and Thompson. Both those squads winning in sweeps in the first couple of games of the day. Zimmer to the far side. Set was a little far in front for Houck. Zimmer leaves it for Kohler. She has played so well today, however, got caught in the net that time.
Let's see. They called her in the net hitting. Oh, yeah.
A no-doubter.
Yes, yeah.
Kohler's played great today,
yeah,
but
she looked confused by the call.
Erie digs. Yonner in a rhythm. Denied. Goes out of bounds off the block.
Now watch her turn her hand on this. If she'd have stayed straight up, I think that ball would have stayed in play, but she kind of presses with her right shoulder and she sends it out of the court.
Earlier, it was Olivia Kessel. She's got 10 kills. Now Yonner up to 10. She's also got 4 blocks. This time, it's the set. Kubis floats.
And Yonner, you know, hasn't even played middle all season. She was on a right side, and they moved her partway in due to an injury.
Doing just fine. Yonner now up to 11, a game high.
Yes, you wouldn't know that this is a new position for her.
5 straight for Dickinson Trinity. Jersey Erie back on the service line. Zimmer in pursuit. Houck from behind the antenna. Golden opportunity for the Titans. They take advantage. A zinger right to the fist of Moline.
Oosh, I wonder, I heard someone yell out when the ball was still in the air, but it looked like it was dropping. That's a tough call.
That's now a dozen kills for Yonner. Kohler scraped it, pushed back again. Kubis near the antenna. Havoc did a good job of keeping off the net. Zimmer, free balls. Erie first touch. Kubis with Yonner in rhythm. Look out. Lucky number 13 for the sophomore. Early timeout. The Titans trying to close things out. Not off to a bad start with Yonner.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Ava Yonner has found her juice. 13 kills, a game high. Team leads by 4 right now. This is a Titan squad that has been hit by injuries. Starting outside hitter Hope Bob has missed most of the season after tearing her ACL last basketball season. They're without starting middle Melissa Zock due to a fractured fibula. They've had to move Yonner around as Hauk goes off the block, and she's just answered the bell every time.
Oh yeah, and she's effective everywhere. We've seen her hit in all sorts of different places tonight. When she gets on top and behind it, she's deadly.
Not just the skill, but the maturity to do that and just sort of accept whatever role you got to do as a sophomore is pretty special.
Yeah, she looks like a senior the way she moves out there. She's, like you said, she started for 3 years, so she's got the experience more than some seniors ever get.
Kenmare with 2 straight out of the break. Honkers trying to fight off elimination.
And Kenmare moving it around pretty well here. Dickinson trying to figure out who do I have to defend and where are they going to go. Zimmer runs that floor really well, and she dishes up a nice ball to her hitters.
And Zimmer now back to serve. Kubis leaves for Yonner on the far pin. Moline denied. Pavic's 3rd block today. Zimmer, quick set, Kohler too far. And it feels like there's a little bit of frustration sinking in for Kenmare.
Yeah, well, and they know as this one gets close down the stretch, if they don't finish, their hopes of being in the semifinals and moving forward are going to be done. So they're going to feel some pressure, but they need to relax and just know they're playing a good team, but they're just as good of a team.
Hauk cross the way, pinpoint. They needed that.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to hit. You saw Dickinson kind of look in disbelief. This ball isn't going to be in. Maybe a little bit of a funny approach she took, but she did a nice job to cut it back into the court.
Erie on the dig. Chopped by Kovash. Hauk. Kovash again. Denied, however, out of play off Moline. First 2 sets, close as could be, 25-21, 25-21, both nip and tuck most of the way. Last one was all Titans, 25-15. Kenmare playing from behind, however, Hauk playing well with 9 kills.
Done a nice job to run that ball. Again, they catch the defense off. I think they're keyed in on the middles, and they've done a nice job trying to contain them, but they're not always ready for some of the role players to step up and score, and they've done a nice job of keeping Kenmare in this.
Strokeland axes to the back corner. Kessel floats it to the floor.
And Dickinson's key hitters have come up big with a lot of plays.
Kubis, one of the elite servers in Class B, 3 tonight. Hey, Strokeland with an answer.
Look at the speed of this ball. That's tough to defend. She just comes so fast, and when she gets a piece of it, what do? She's already
Duck
in the
for
air.
cover, I guess.
Yeah.
Moline to the middle for a Yonner dig. Out of the right side, dropped off some hands. Wasn't the hardest Kovash swing in the world. She's got a little grin. I think she knows it.
I think sometimes you wonder if you didn't put a block up, how many of these would stay in play.
Well, Titans catch a break that they didn't really need. Strokeland down the line. That was working early, not lately. Zimmer back to Strokeland, creeps it over the block. Strokeland into double digits with 10. Kenmare still trailing by 3. Been traded points the last few sequences. Kubis, tough set, leaves it on a platter for Kessel.
She does such a nice job. She has really good court awareness where she's at and where the block is at, because she doesn't miss very many wide, but she turns this away from the block so well and finds open court.
It is 15-11. Titans are 10 away from a date with Northern Cass in tomorrow's semifinals. Strokeland, she's trying to will her team to a 5th set right now.
Yep, and that's a pretty good answer. Kind of running the same set, and she turns it and puts it in that corner.
Strokeland has cracked double digits. She's now got 11 kills.
And Dickinson's done a pretty good job trying to contain her.
Kohler tried the redirect. Little frustration. Had the right idea.
Yep. I think one thing though, at this point, you tell them, we gotta swing, ladies. We gotta swing. Tips, you can score, but you've got to have scored points deep before you're gonna really burn people on that.
Zimmer for Hauk. Ricochets off the block. Yanner, rise. Zimmer got caught on a lift.
Yeah, looks like it just stuck in her hands maybe a little bit too long.
Largest lead of the set for Dickinson Trinity. Hauk off balance, nearly into the net. Yanner, big rejection out of Kohler.
Oh, she's persistent. Couldn't find the floor with a couple of swings, but she hasn't given up on the defense. Comes up with a nice block here.
Huge shot out as Kenmare tries to close the gap. The door's still open, just ajar. Zimmer, Moline wasn't ready. Moline was zigging. She wanted her to zag the other way.
Yep. A little bit of frustration or miscommunication. Coach Wallstrom going to resettle the group here.
Lead back up to 5. Dickinson Trinity in the driver's seat here in set 4.
The 2 best ways to bond are with fishing and food. That's why Our Place by the Bay is here to help you with both. With a great selection of tackle and live bait, we're sure to make your day on Beaver Bay an enjoyable one. After you've finished on the water, make sure to stop by the restaurant for the best food you can find. With prime rib nights every Saturday, we're sure to make your mouth water. Our Place by the Bay, right off the river in Linton, North Dakota. Make Our Place by the Bay your place by the bay.
Well, the last time Dickinson Trinity had a lot of success in the state tournament, head coach Brianna Sisson was playing. It was the 2008 state title, their only title appearance. Now the Dickinson State Grand has got her club in the driver's seat here, 7 points away from a trip to the semifinals. What's the key to putting the final nail in the coffin?
They got to keep playing at the level they're playing. Their hitters need to stay focused and controlled, have some fun, stay loose. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the team she beat in the semifinals was the Kenmare Honkers.
You're just an encyclopedia.
I've been around for a while.
I got like pages of notes. I'm Googling, I'm calling people, and you're just like, I think off the top of my head, 12 years ago.
Been around for a while. A lot of state tournaments where I've been watching from the sidelines.
Erie digs. Push to the back corner, too far from Yanner. 2 quick ones out of the timeout for Kenmare. I know you're still down 3, but that's got to help you. Just take a deep breath.
Yes, yep, they're human. They'll make mistakes. We got to capitalize and make a little bit of a run here.
Kubis leaves it for Kovash, sent back. Strokeland playing on the back row right now. Moline on the cut. That is a difficult shot.
That's a tough shot, a little bit of a tight set, and really tough to defend. How do you know where to stand on this ball? She turns it nicely. You can see Kubis coming in, but that's a good spot.
3 kills tonight for Moline. Kovash. Hauk. Tipped. Titans were in scramble mode. Nearly dropped it in the middle with Kubis. Moline.
Wow.
That went off the tape.
Oh, I wondered what she was going to call.
Second look here on our replay.
Yep, I think that was the right one.
A little closer there. I do
Yep.
still think it might probably be the correct call.
Yeah, the antenna kind of blocked. It was hard to see where the ball went.
Ava Yonner, 14 kills to serve. She's been the catalyst tonight. Modine, that excellent dig. Kubis, quick set. Kessel, quicker on the down.
So when she commits hard to a ball, she's aggressive. You see her coming in for that quick set, gets up, and she swings hard. She's got such a nice arm speed.
13 kills tonight for Kessel, 2 blocks as well. Hauk spins it off the block. Strokeland, that might have been going out of play. However, it got touched by Yonner.
Well, it was touched at the net, too, I think. I think one of the Dickinson girls was calling it, but you could see that change in direction here. I think it goes off Kessel's hands just a little bit. Yeah.
And then the ace. Kenmare's not going anywhere. Back within 2 on the serve from Hauk.
You can see Kubis talking. She's talking to her hitters, telling them to stay calm, what she's going to run. Talking to her passers to find her with the ball.
Kovash, 1-point set. Brianna Sisson says, let's talk about this. Dickinson up just 1 here in set 4.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, RTC,
Three straight from Kenmare. Looked like for a moment Tim Wallstrom's club was left for dead. They've kept it together, back within 1, trying to force a 5th set.
Well, and you can see the life in them and in their crowd. A total energy shift on that side of the floor. Dickinson got a little bit tight, so young hitters, they're going to have to respond here if they want to close this one out.
Titans trying to finish it in 4 and go to the semis. Kovash off the mark. Number 8, Kenmare, trying to force a 5th set.
I think you can feel the Honker fans hold their breath waiting to see that call.
4 straight and an extended 7-2 run for Kenmare. Kessel for the lead, floated down the line by Strokeland. Kovash, rise, off some hands.
These Kenmare players really fight to get after the ball, though. You can see them come flying in, diving. Nice swing on the outside here. Watch the libero come flying in. She's just trying to get a hand on it.
In a night that's been about the sophomores, Bella Kovash with one of the bigger plays of the night. She's got 7 kills.
Yep, she's done a nice job here.
Kubis, back set, down the line, off the mark from Deschamps. Locked at 21.
Thought maybe there was a touch, but nobody asked. So if the players don't ask, obviously it wasn't.
That's the golden rule.
Yep. If they don't say anything, then okay, I can't argue for you.
Kubis, another quick set. Kessel finds the open space.
I think if we put a hula hoop there, she's hit it every time. When she turns that way. I mean, she does go both directions, but
she's accurate and decisive. She knows where she wants to go in the air.
Yep. She's going to be deadly for 2 more years.
In the present, her squad up 1. Tie game again. Strokeland picks it up.
That's a situation where your blocker's got to know where's she going to go with this ball. And she backed off. They went with 1 block there. So I don't know why Kessel knew where it was going. She backs off, and that's a tough play for your defense.
Titans led 20-16. Kenmare with a late push. Well off balance was Deschamps. In-system tie. That's who you want to go to.
Yep.
Kubis digs out the Strokeland shot. Off the mark from Pavic. Kenmare goes on top. Titans use their 2nd time out of the set, playing from behind for the first time in a while.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF. We create chemistry. Women's Way. RTC.
Brianna Sisson, bit of a head scratcher right now. She was in the driver's seat up 20-16. Since then, a 7-2 Kenmare run. Coach, you said at the top of the set, Tim Wallstrom, teams don't go away.
No, they never go away. They keep coming back. You just got to push till 25 or whatever, till the ref blows the whistle and the set's done. Because this is a team that knows how to fight back, and they play smart volleyball. They don't get rattled.
Brooklyn Rodin splits the gap with an ace, one away from a fifth and deciding set. Rodin led the team in aces coming into the match, her first of the night. Chance for the finisher here. On the move, Pavic couldn't quite play it down. Kubis leaves it behind. Deschamps with a big one.
That's a good touch, though, for Zimmer. She got a hand on that.
Still potentially match point, forgive me, set point for Kenmare here. Out of play on the serve from Keller. We're going to 5. Had sweeps all day. We are finishing with a banger here in Brisbane.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to No Apologies, your after-hours oasis of sanity. God, your ego is so tiny and fragile. I'm Rick Becker.
And I'm Lori Hins.
Make no mistake, folks, we lost. Again, we lost the war in Afghanistan. Dynamic. There's nothing wrong with rattling the cages of the old guard.
Your retreat begins at 9 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets. Regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Howdy, folks. It's a Kenmare Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our hey-bossing breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Kenmare burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon-rattling pie with a calm roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Beck TV is known as reliable, exceptional, and exclusive. And now it's also the best of the best. Thank you for making Beck TV the best local television station in our community. Beck not only broadcasts the most live and local sporting events in the region, it's also the largest producer of diverse statewide news, opinion, and entertainment. Not getting what you want from the mainstream media? Not happy with your current cable? Do what everyone else is doing and turn to Beck. Television the way it's supposed to be.
Well, we talked to Kenmare head coach Tim Wallstrom, who's been to the state tournament 13 times. He had a long list of favorite memories, some wins, some tough losses. A win here might go down as another favorite. A 5-setter to get to the semifinals. They take the opening point on an error from the Titans.
And you can feel a lot of energy and momentum. This is where youth might come into play a little bit. The nice thing for the Titans is their setter and libero are seniors, and so hopefully they can kind of control it for you.
2 quick ones right off the bat on a couple of errors.
Did you think that was 4 hits? Because that's what they called there.
Unless they got Kessel coming back off the hit on the net.
Yep, yeah, that could be.
They respond with Kovash. Titans were up 2-1, led 20-16 in that 4th set. Kenmare ends it on a 9-3 run, and now first to 15 gets to the semifinals.
Well, the way we're playing, maybe it'll go more than 15.
Been that kind of night. Last one was 25-23. Honkers, a lift, just out of play rather, on Dickinson Trinity. Either way, it's a Honkers point.
I don't know how many times Dickinson's gone 5. Kenmare went 5 in their district championship. So a little bit of familiar territory for them, at least in terms of experience.
Kubis hangs it high, off the mark from Pavic. 4-1 right off the bat from Kenmare. Are you thinking at all about an early timeout if you're Dickinson?
That's what I was wondering. When's the media timeout in this one, or is there not one?
There's not.
Okay, so knowing that, yeah, I don't know how far I'd let it go. That helps. That helps.
A Moline service error. Kenmare got here last year, finished in 7th place. Dickinson Trinity in 5th, and it was weighing on their minds coming into this one. Here for the 5th straight year, have yet to reach the semifinals and win a first rounder. Strokeland off the block. Erie, free ball, just creeps past the antenna. Zimmer,
what a save.
The nice set. Strokeland
looked a little surprised.
And the error from Deschamps, so a couple of early errors from the Titans. A 3-point edge feels a lot bigger when you're only going to 15.
Yeah, so on this Dickinson side, Kubis going to have to command. Commander hitters probably get that ball back to Yonner just to get them opened up here a little bit. Kenmare has to stay on and keep their feet on the gas pedal.
Kubis to Yonner works to perfection that time.
Yep. And that's where she's got to go. You've got your go-to hitters, your crunch time hitters. Yonner's proven that, so feed her the ball and she'll deliver.
Erie sends away, dug out by Rodin. Kohler was hot early. Off the block, dropped by Pavic. 5 kills for the sophomore, none bigger than this.
And she's had some big ones. Coming in, Kohler looked like she kind of forgot to step in and be ready to defend that ball.
Strokeland redirects. So much trouble with the block tonight. That's a high IQ play.
Yeah, and she struggled to get that ball to go. Erie's done a pretty good job defending it. So she finally got one to fall. She turned it a little bit wider this time. Did a nice job there.
Erie, good first up. On the move.
Good control.
Nice job by Pavic. Kohler into the block, sent back.
And lots of good volleys this whole match.
Man, good chase down by Keller. Kohler rises, drops on the right side for the Honkers. Timeout. Kenmare's 8 away. Kohler with the hammer.
When a group of local residents came together to form a rural telephone cooperative in 1951, they made a commitment to keep their member owners informed and connected. That cooperative was RTC. And while the technology we use to communicate has changed over the years, that commitment remains true today. RTC is committed to providing the highest quality internet connectivity to our neighbors in West Central North Dakota. RTC, building our network so you can grow yours.
The Christmas spirit in full force tonight for the Dickinson Trinity Titans, and hoping to get gifted a few more points here down the stretch. Let set 4 slip away from them, now down 7-4 here in our 5th and defining set. Doesn't get much better than this in the state tournament.
Nope, and now's the time to have a short-term memory. You got to just let the last one go. You can't let these big plays just keep happening.
Well, a big one there from Strokeland, the ace. She's been so good tonight. 13 kills, now an ace. 3 straight for the Honkers. Erie.
Could have been another ace.
Pavic fires across the way.
And she's third on this team in kills. Sophomore outside, but she's come up big. She really didn't have much court time last year, where the other 2 hitters for this Dickinson team, the other 2 main hitters have. So she's done a really nice job in this opening round.
Houck off the block, down for another kill. Kenmare's got new life.
Yes, the momentum change from the middle of set 4 to now is just huge.
2 different Honkers in double digits, also Kohler with 9. A well-balanced performance tonight. Will it end in a victory? Yanner trying to make sure it doesn't.
Nice.
She's up to 16.
Nice way to find the corner. I think they need to keep using her, and Kessel are going to have to be who they go to down this stretch. Both have delivered time and again. Look at this cross-court shot. Knocks over one of the defenders for Kenmare almost to get out of the way.
Moline right on the line.
Made a good decision there, right over the block. Coach Nissen thinking about that timeout. Maybe wants to see what happens on this point first. It's tough, you only get 2.
Each team gets 2 a set. Titans have already used their first. Kubis, back set, slide. Kessel has been superb tonight, off the mark there.
Yep. And they made a good choice. Obviously, she's the one you want to go to. Maybe look for a little more in-system play. Let her keep it familiar. Here they're back to her. Good turn, good turn.
Kessel caught Zimmer flat-footed. So Kessel picks up redemption. She's up to 15. However, the lead still 4 for Kenmare. Callie Kubis, 3 aces tonight. Back to serve.
Both teams you can watch, they're just talking to each other. Stay calm, we're fine, in a good spot. So it's nice to see the leadership on both teams trying to take control here.
Kubis to the outside. Deschamps couldn't play it down. Houck rejected. Deschamps and Kessel there.
And the momentum again swinging back down to Dickinson's side. They're not going to go away either. They're fighting point for point here. Senior at the line serving, so pretty good position for Dickinson.
Lead has been as many as 5 in this 5th set. It's been trimmed to 3. Houck rises, redirects. A block that gave the Honkers so much trouble, they have made the in-game adjustment.
Yep, and all she had to do was not reach. Erie was right there ready for that ball, and she's been so good all night playing those tips.
Kenmare 3 away from a date with Northern Cass in the state semifinals. Rodine first touch. Strokeland, the catalyst. Timeout Dickinson. Honkers 2 away.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF, we create chemistry, Women's Way, RTC.
Nobody's been doing this longer than Tim Wallstrom. In his 34th year in the program, he said, I started this, quote, I put the holes in the floor. He's trying to put a hole in the hearts of Dickinson Trinity fans right now. 2 away from a trip to the state semis. Titans pick up a big one out of the break.
Yeah, and that's a big point to come out, obviously. You keep them at 13, you give yourself a breathing room. It's really tough when you get to that match point to stay poised for both teams, but obviously a team that's up has the advantage.
Strokeland gets it past the D. Set, match point for the Honkers.
And she's come alive in set 5. She's put quite a few kills down. She's feeling it. She's moving it around. She wants to punch her way into a state semifinal.
For set and match point, Moline serves. Trouble on receive. Havoc, free ball. Zimmer sets, strike. Strokeland can't finish. The hook by Kessel. Strokeland again. Titans not going away.
Back and forth.
Strokeland one more time. We'll see you in the semis, Honkers. Strokeland finishes with 16, her biggest of the night. Honkers come back down from 2-1, and they're going to the state semifinals. Back with your postgame after this.
At the heart of every small town are the people that live there and the businesses that serve them. From sporting events to 4-H, Lions clubs to hospital foundations, Bassett Motors has worked for the past 23 years to make sure the heart of its area small towns continues to be the people. With over 15 employees, Bassett Motors prides itself on small town service with personal attention. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Howdy, folks. It's a Caroline Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hay Boston breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at a salad bar. Sink your teeth into our famous Caroline burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon-rattling pie with a combo roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Ag producers, North Dakota's electric cooperatives remind you to watch for electric hazards. When operating large equipment, your local electric cooperative recommends using a spotter and maintaining distance of 10 feet from power lines in all directions at all times. And always consider down lines energized. Your local electric cooperative's priority is safety, the safety of their employees and you, their members. Stay safe, stay watchful. This message is brought to you by North Dakota's electric cooperatives.
NISC's culture is great in many different aspects. I like that we all have a sense of wanting to help each other out.
NISC actually means what we say. We've got our shared values, our principles of personal development from integrity to all relationships. We stand by those.
There's an encouraging and friendly atmosphere here that it's just kind of fun to be around.
It's now time for the post-game report, brought to you by Women's Way.
Welcome inside the Women's Way post-game report. Did you know women ages 45 to 54 should receive mammograms annually? Figure out the priority schedule. Your mammogram today. What a finish we had here in our final game of the day. Dickinson Trinity up 2-1. Took the first set. Kenmare responded. Brenna Strokeland, huge night for her. 25-21 Dickinson in the first set. 25-21 Kenmare in the second. Titans responded again. Kenmare didn't have their best stuff in set 3. 25-15. Titans then led 20-16 in set 4. Couldn't hold on. And the fifth and final set, the final blow. Who else would it be but Brenna Strokeland? What a night the junior had. Came into the match with 484 kills by our unofficial count. She's got 16, so right around 500. What a night she had. And Kenmare moving on to the semifinals.
Yes, and you could feel Dickinson, like you said, 2016 lead, but Kenmare's a team that doesn't go away, so they're fun to watch. You can anticipate they're probably going to be here for a couple of years, so to make this move towards the semifinals is a big step for this group. Pretty junior-heavy group, but very talented across the board. Both teams played a really great match. A lot of offense, a lot of digs, some great volleys. Really fun night.
Yeah, the Titans played extremely hard, extremely well. We're right there. Just close, but no cigar tonight. However, still 2 more games to play in this tournament. Certainly a chance to finish high as well as they go to the consolation bracket. We'll take a short break, come back with your play of the game after this.
Already streaming Amazon Prime? Now you can stream your favorite TV channels too. Drop your clunky set-top box and switch to the Epic IPTV app. Available only on the Beck Lightband Internet. Our flexible Epic IPTV comes with all your favorite channels. Not to mention, it has unlimited cloud DVR. Watch all your favorite shows without limitations. Call Beck Communications at 888-475-2361. Grab your Epic IPTV login and start enjoying your epic home entertainment. Only on Beck Lightband Internet.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck, featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Today's player of the game is brought to you by Pettibone Farmers Union Oil and CHS Nutrition, together providing high-quality payback mineral and feed supplements for your cattle operation and second-to-none nutrition services, including forage sampling and ration balancing. Contact Pettibone Farmers Union Oil or CHS Nutrition today.
Time to present our player of the game, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil Company, Pettibone, and CHS Nutrition. It was a well-balanced performance tonight for Kenmare, no doubt, but Brenna Stroklip led the way, 16 kills, a late ace that was extremely clutch as well. She just made the big plays when her team needed her the most. It's why she's going to the state semifinals tomorrow.
Yes, and Dickinson knew that they had to contain her, and I think for a good stretch they really had a handle on her. But her experience came through, especially in that fifth set. She was just very dominant.
Kenmare gets the job done. They'll take on Northern Cass in tomorrow's state semifinals. Dickinson Trinity will move on to the consolation bracket. They'll take on Garrison tomorrow to start that run off. That'll do it from an exciting conclusion here to the first day of the state tournament. Kenmare gets the job done in 5 sets, 25-21, 25-23 in set 4, and then 15-9 in set 5. For our entire Beck Sports crew that has been working so hard all day here from the event center on the Class A and B side, of course, we are so excited to do it all over again tomorrow. 2 consolations, 2 semis on each side of the brackets. Until then, I'm David Sugarman. For my partner Nick Tice, I'm saying so long and have a safe night. Signing off from the event center. Honkers are going to the semifinals.